Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
He's not gonna like this, but content.
Souped up motor carriage for one bad mama's boy. For the heavier foot and the freaky animal.
God damn it.
It's rare to see Kim flustered, so this is good.
Look, it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or...
Listen, this is cool. What about heavier foot?
You would be too if you had this motor carriage. But seriously, let's quit joking around, alright? We have a case to investigate.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect you to someone?
Please connect me to Sylvie again. Oh god,
57,
monstrous.
over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook.
I'm not touching shit.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak. Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
What's down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
More.
Coal City, end of all lines.
Sick.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
Let's talk about the east.
There's a fleet on the corner. A plastic coat is folded into a small triangle under the counter by the window. Beyond that, the strikebreakers have gathered. The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Shake him again.
You shudder, looking down at your feet. Dirty rainwater runs veins into the plaza's snow. Two green snakeskin shoes stand at attention on the mosaic paving of the plaza.
How about the north? Oh yeah, the body's still up there.
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play.
Closer.
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Coal leaks into a puddle beneath a dead man's feet. He swings from a tree, bloated. Droplets of rain slip from his cold cheeks.
South.
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
What's on the other side?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
In what now?
Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes. It's home.
Oh no!
I have a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
Yeah! Wait, why did the voice change? Why am I not there?
To be in Martinaise, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution fell. Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
What's below?
Collapsed storm drains, old sewage systems flooded with rainwater. Hidden weapon caches from the revolution. Doors leading down to Le Royaume. The catacombs to which, for 3 centuries, they delivered the blue-blooded dead.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
Ah, I know this guy. We'll talk to him in a minute.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
Is it supposed to have 3 T's in it? I forget.
Packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
So I saw that it said spelling incorrect, but I didn't notice whether it actually had. I didn't notice whether it had 3 T's in that spelling.
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
I have half of one.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
I wasn't gonna steal it anyway. That's not Punch Girl.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
I know what the tear machine is.
Oh, that's the tear machine.
I understand now, thank you.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
What's Hypnoga? Oh, okay. Do you have any more ammonia?
Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere.
Who?
Saint Baptiste. You know, the pharmaceuticals company. Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste. That one. There.
The pharmaceutical specifically from Saint Baptiste? Saint Baptiste?
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Dramamine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is... I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Can you be more specific?
No. Sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
Yeah, you know what? Fair.
Nosafed heals +1 health. Dramamine heals +3 health. Magnesium heals +1 morale. Hypnogamma heals +3 morale.
Cool. All right, then.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Welcome.
This man looks like trouble. You might not want to get into this right now. Plenty of time later.
You know what? I'm gonna listen to reaction speed here. Most able-bodied men. Oh no, they're much hunkier than you! Shit! Yes, please. Are we doing this now? Should we do this now? Yeah, let's do this now.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
What's happening?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
All right.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
I don't pick fights for no reason. I'm fine for now.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
I don't think I've chosen a side.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Okay, I'm not really about the... You know what? I have questions.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
What is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you are unable to breach the entrance.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Have you tried talk no jutsu?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
I'm coming closer to choosing a side.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No. They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
I would also like to get into the harbor.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
This is an official matter.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This isn't really my area.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work!
So who are all these people?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
That doesn't answer my question.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
Support the writers, by the way.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud?
I did say that.
They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go. I'm going now.
Scab?
What did he just call you? Oh no,
That's...
not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
This is incredible. Okay, for the content, please explain.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Where did they come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
Okay, so you don't like them.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried to talk no jutsu?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Alright, well, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
Oh god, can you imagine?
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Yes, let us cop for less money. All you have to do is give me a gun and make sure I face no consequences if I shoot someone for no reason. Murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
It's actually very fun and easy.
I don't believe you. Post L'Aventurier said the same thing. They tried to get me to be their postman. So fun, so easy, they said. It's just walking. It wasn't. I'm doing much better here at the harbor. Being an honest union man with a lot of free time on his hands.
He doesn't have the stamina to deliver mail on these tough streets. But you do. Maybe if this cop thing doesn't work out.
We do have the stamina. I'm exploring.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
So, can I go through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
So I just walk in then?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him.
Got it.
Then press the button to unlock the door.
Uh-huh.
Then go past him again.
Uh-huh.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
That doesn't sound easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation. Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Punch Girl likes the sound of physical confrontation.
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister.
Alright, got it.
Sure.
What's the strike? Whatever. I know what the strike is about. Okay, so strike, press button behind guard. Oh, really? All right, let's have it then.
Welcome to Rivachol.
I think I know more about this guy than, like, any damn other person in the entire game. Like, I've seen this conversation exhaustively.
This man looks like trouble. You might not want to get into this right now. Plenty of time later.
Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Yeah, that's right, you tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Sorry, the what now?
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
It's a racist lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Those are pretty common racist feelings.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
I love when Kim pulls rank.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
All right, questions now.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
What you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
How long has this been going on?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month. 2 months, maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of cargo?
Apples.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
Alright.
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Fair enough. What was that shit all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
Uh-huh. Okay. Just in. We're just in now. Okay.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge, you know. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
There it is. Yes, like sheep. Very sheep.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
I might go with Half-Light here.
Not sheep, ostriches.
Sheep don't bury their heads, ostriches do. You mixed up your metaphors.
Whatever. Go back to your college class, Pino.
So you're just a racist then?
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
No, listen. Listen, says Lorry Driver. I'm not just racist. I'm actually, like, super racist with, like, you know, pseudo facts and shit.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
I cannot.
If this guy's all the Occidentals have, well, let's just say he's not exactly ripped.
Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
And?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
I'm sorry, the what now?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio.
Oh my god.
Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
This is just white replacement theory. This is just actually directly, specifically white replacement theory. And this game pretty much came out before that term was even Uh-huh.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
If I press 1, my character says, yes, I think I can get down with racism. We're not going to press 1. But if you were wondering, like, how dark Disco Elysium can get, that option is there. However, I am not down with this, and you can go fuck yourself.
Don't push your luck, runt.
I'm not fucking done with you.
For something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Can I? I would love to. Alright, well maybe I shouldn't ask him for a smoke. That would be... The audacity would actually be kind of hilarious. It sure does. Thanks, game. This is an example of how good the writing is in this game. To my knowledge, and, you know, profuse apologies if I'm wrong, but the writing and sound and delivery of the word kipped, like, that sounds like a racial slur. What race? What kind of slur? I have no idea. Doesn't really matter. But like I'm gonna actually like real save here. But you could feel it. Also, I leveled up like a long time ago. Oh, I forgot to put those on. Oh, that's why electrochemistry won't shut the fuck up. It's getting a boost from it's gotten a boost from one of my other items. I feel like I need some volition so that I don't die when I fail something. I think this is the right skill for that. Yeah, the power of suggestion is really not happening here. Well, I just saved like 3 separate times, so let's just assume that's the case. Yes, okay. Okay, I have 2 now. This is good enough. Okay, well, now that we've all run into our local white nationalist, it's time for the final form of hyper-omega racism.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Here we go.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Your body does not betray your degeneracy. That's a lie. You're in great shape.
Give him a look.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, I'm sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Let's continue the stare down. Punch Girl does not need to talk this out.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Things are not as bad as they look. Sure, you have high blood pressure from metabolizing heroic quantities of ethanol, but you are robustly built. You will survive.
Thanks, Endurance.
I can see you were once an athlete, then deteriorated in your 20s. It is typical of your haplogroup. Let's blame the failed education system and leniency towards degenerates in your homeland.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
No, I'm still gonna stand.
What is this?
Oh,
I
okay.
can
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy?
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
Well, that's actually true.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
That's correct. I am an alcoholic. I need to enter the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
The race stuff is unimportant. I need you to help me do my job.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass via for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Wait, one of those hold on. One of those things I would like to not... Actually, several of those things I would like to disavow, please.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
This is like the 5th time I've heard this. It doesn't get any easier.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Yeah, I just need to move like 20 centimeters back.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
Push? That's fair.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
How did... That's not what... No!
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
That's weirdly kind of nice.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul.
Oh.
Your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
I should have... I guess I should have let him cook a little bit.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard.
So, don't you work for white people?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
But you serve them, though. How does that factor into your worldview?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Communism's pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you, the fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases.
Wait. Are you saying that those things are aspects of communism or evidence of communism's failure?
Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
Disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame on the race. But what is done is done.
I don't know, that sounds pretty dope, actually.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Alright, I'll bite.
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you.
Uh-huh.
We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands and then moved to Revachol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
So you're really just from Revachol?
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy.
The mental gymnastics!
Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
Yup. The absolute best line in the game. Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
How do you know there will be a next racist?
There always is.
My man.
Race is reality.
What's up with the tattoos?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Oh, the truck driver. Yeah, no, that guy's the racist. Yeah, I know the line you're thinking of, Ellipsis. Because I'm used to seeing one in there that's like, he will be our lucky racist or something like that. And Kim's like, he will give us 3 wishes. I've seen it before. I'm sad we didn't get it, because it's a good one.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby.
God, give it a rest.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
Uh-huh.
True, that is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself.
Are you sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
By the way, this is all of this shit right here is based on a real thing. Like, there was a real, like, branch of pseudoscience built around, like, studying the size and shape of human skulls as like a racial superiority thing. Yeah, phrenology is a real thing that people actually subscribe to. All right, keep cooking. What else you got?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal. An offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
All right.
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober.
Well, we got pretty decent odds, and it's a white check. Shit.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
I mean, I am a degenerate alcoholic.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
I'll be back.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Cool.
So cool.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Actually, now I hear superstar and law official in a sentence. They sound weird together.
What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
Yeah, that's me. I sure have been establishing my superstardom.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salem Rocky Baye, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Hold on, what's this about a ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer.
Fuck it!
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Hobo cop? Superstar cop. Temporary research bonus. -2 logic still seems unlikely. Works for me. First, let's make this absolutely clear. No one is saying you're an actual superstar in the groupies and cocaine riddled with hepatitis C strikes a lioness pose with a mic kind of way. You're not Guillaume de Million or Davy Dewis, no. You're a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll authenticity and passion to a line of work where people don't expect or want to see it. Where some would say it doesn't belong. Law enforcement. Internalize. Internalize. Kim?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that Hulk.
Okay, I was trying to assert my dominance over him.
We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is.
But I was fighting bad, unsavory ideologies. I'm a hero.
We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is.
But he's trying to provoke me!
And you're just going to let him manipulate you like that?
I might attack him again.
The lieutenant groans, but doesn't say anything.
Well, that didn't work out. This game is fun just in general. It's just like, there's a lot that happens in it that is kind of like,
a lorry stopped
what the
in
shit?
The traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
I mean, realistically, like, the game drops you in and you're expected to be disoriented. You know that you're some, like, middle-aged, drunk cop piece of shit who doesn't know anything, but there's a murder and you gotta solve it, and there's some other stuff going on. There's some people and some things, there's political unrest, and everything kind of sucks.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you, making your eyes sting. The odor mixes with cigarette residue.
What kind of stickers?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
What kind of purity?
A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays.
I very, very rarely, like, there's only like 2 or 3 instances where purity is a good thing, and it's when talking about like is in talking about like water and metals.
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia.
Okay, yeah,
Not
that kind
unusual
of...
in this part of town. This is our guy.
Yeah, okay, cool, yes. The kind of purity I was thinking of.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over. He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy? A slightly scared, racist lorryman.
Okay. Foreign car kept in good condition.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's being reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Literally who?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
So we went from opulent to squanderer to insane. No, that checks out, actually.
As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
Sorry, what? What do I see?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet?
Has someone shot the king?
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution, but the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke?
Charles the really very in touch.
Statement.
Probably political.
Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings.
What did this king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings,
Wow!
old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Wow, we hit a 17% check, but we couldn't punch Measurehead. Sucks.
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
The squanderer makes sense then.
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he blow the entire treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Okay, but then what happened to all of those things?
He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
That is a deplorable farce and everything went to shit.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
Hold on, the what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
I see that the continue bar is red and we are going to hear from electrochemistry here, and I... Shut up, electrochemistry!
Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
Okay, listen. Like, within the context of, like, you know, don't do cocaine, purple is actually, that's actually kind of cool, to be honest.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
All right. What is that nose candy?
Cocaine.
Okay, thanks.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
So, where is he now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
I guess that was technically just answered, wasn't it?
A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled.
We are reaching a breakthrough on Hobocop.
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Boy, there's a lot to that.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's actually kind of cool.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists.
Fair.
Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Hobocop.
Hobocop.
Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
That sounds dope as shit. What are my bonuses? Extra special collector's edition tear bottles on the map. More money from selling tear. Learning Cat for Shivers raised to 6. Those are really good bonuses, actually. Those are actually really good bonuses. Yeah. Especially nice considering I haven't actually started picking up Tear yet. Probably gonna need to start soon, though. What's in here? Oh, man. I'm gonna take this white tank top. I'm gonna take this white tank top back. Oh, this might actually work. You can retry a white check when you, So, when you change your stats, you can retry a white check. Which means... That's very helpful.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Excuse me, ma'am.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Snap, snap.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
Okay. That's... You know what? I think that's the correct answer. Flip side, she probably has information. Money. Oh shit, there's money over here. Is this HoboCop? Am I seeing change on the ground because we HoboCop now? Or maybe it just shows up throughout the day. Alright, this is the last thing I'm doing today. I gotta wrap this up and call it a night. But now with my yellow gloves and my tank top, god damn it.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Oh, I can't do it with equipment. It's gotta be with, I have to put an actual point into it. Alright, well, you know what? Never mind.
You should tell people to fuck off more often.
Kim, I think I should tell people to fuck off more often. It felt really good.
Not as a general rule, but that one was justified. Better to get the lay of the land before telling people to fuck off.
Fuck yeah.
That's the spirit. Never forget. The whole world's a wooden house, and you're a goddamn flamethrower.